Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. I have actually not recorded all the writing that I've been doing this week because I forgot. Yesterday I wrote about 840 words for The Nature of the Beast, but the word count is going to be down from what I last said it was because I did remove the flashback scenes. To be honest, out of 14 chapters, there were only 3 flashback scenes, so that seemed kind of pointless and not useful to have. But we are going back, working on the 4th draft of The Nature of the Beast, and I am excited to actually get some writing done. I have been sort of off the last couple of weeks, and I want to write a bit more, so I'm going to put in the effort to do that. I am chilling. Probably going to be listening to the Crimson Rogue came out with his Age of Scorpius video, and not to be a basic bitch, but I love that drama. Milo Winter, sorry that happened to you, but I love hearing about it. And I just have it on in the background as I write. So I'm listening to that while I'm writing, which probably isn't a good thing. I should probably just play some music, but I have to. I've watched like every single video on this topic. I don't know why it buzzes my brain so well, especially because it's like, this man just wrote a bad book. Why is it such a big drama? But alas, I'm not going to tell my thoughts about it. I'm just going to write like I intended to do. Yeah, I'm not adding to the Age of Scorpius drama. I'm just, as I said to my friend, I don't participate. I just observe. So I guess that is a form of participating, but less active one. But anyways, I'm going to put on my headphones, listen to my video, write. We good? I guess. Okay. Bye. So I wrote about 700 words, and you can see it is less than what it was last time I showed you because I cut out all the words. The flashback scenes only cut out about 3,000 words, which proves to me they were useless and frees up 3,000 words for me to actually put relevant things in. Sometimes you have to surgery your baby and take out the bad parts. That metaphor didn't land. Sorry about that. Anyways, cool. So I actually wrote some more, and now it's 960 words. And oh no, M dashes. Generative AI. It's not. I swear, I typed this with my own 2 hands. Please, please, fuck AI. No. Don't. Anyways, I don't think generative AI uses M dashes like that. I don't know. I cut down on my use of M dashes because AI stole it from us. But that one just looks better than the commas would be messy. It's too many commas in a row because there's one right there. Then if you have 2 commas right there, it's yucky. So I used M dashes. I don't know. Maybe. And don't AI accuse me. Please. I write. I do it. I click clack. Okay. I'm also 5 hours and 21 minutes into the Age of Scorpius video by Crimson Rogue. So yeah, this has been a multi-day watch. I have not just been sitting here for 5 hours watching it, but I am enjoying it a lot. Woo! I have been doing quite a bit of writing over the last couple of days, actually. I did end up writing more for The Nature of the Beast than I did in the clip that I showed. I think I got around 900 words total, and I've written about 200 today for it, which is great. But I've also been writing a lot by hand in little notebooks. This, complete with little shitty drawing done by me, is for my like early grade chapter book thing. Think like Magic Treehouse. It's an idea I have. That's a badly drawn main character. I can't draw. The only problem is for this idea, I need an artist, and I don't have money to pay an artist, so it's gonna stick in the backpack for now till I have more money so I can give artists what they deserve. Don't even suggest AI. I will bite you. I will bite you if you suggest that I use AI for my creative endeavor. Pay artists, pay artists. But I've been writing that out by hand, so this is the beginning of the chapter, which I couldn't write in my notebook because the notebook has the characters currently. I am stealing names from one of them I stole from one of my students, but it's a basic name and it's only their first name. I'm not stealing like last names. I'm not that creepy. I'm just stealing first names from my students. One of them I stole for a character. Then I actually stole one of my teachers' names. Not like my teacher when I was a student, but my teacher when I was a student teacher. She just has the perfect like early grade novel teacher name. So you're never going to watch this, but I stole your name. Are these books ever going to get published? Probably not. But it's about a little girl who has magic and a pet bearded dragon who thinks he's an actual dragon, and shenanigans ensue. So that's what I've been working on there. The bug caught me for this. I know it's silly and it's probably not going to go anywhere. But the thing is, like, these novels are only like 6,000 words max. And it's just, I feel like it would be fun to see if I could just crank one out. You know, that sounded suggestive. I'm not. There's. Not that type of cranking. Just get one out. Just get one out on the screen. I also did some restructuring for The Nature of the Beast. I realized that a lot of the chapters have, or not a lot, a few chapters have these like pauses and breaks that I could actually be like, steal, make that a separate chapter, because I did write a chapter that's only about 2,000 words and it was out of place amongst these really long chapters. And I was like, I can't just have one that's 2,000 words. So I went through and I found a couple chapters that I could split into smaller, more digestible chapters. And I think that's just better for the flow of the book overall as well. So now the chapter count is up to, I think, 16. Woo! When it was 14. So the word count is the same, but the chapter number went up. So that means I've been productive, right? That's how it goes. I think I might write a little bit more after I'm done filming this clip. I have no idea. I also started Fahrenheit 451. I think I'm on page like 15. It looks like it's more because there's like a 20-page intro that I'm not going to read because it's by Neil Gaiman. Boo. But yeah. So far, the writing is very rambly. Lots of details, lots of sentences that go on and on and on, but I feel like that was just the style back then, or that's just Ray Bradbury's style. It's not my style. I frankly find it kind of hard to read. Not gonna lie, I get distracted, but that might just be because it's an unmedicated ADHD day. Who knows? But so far, intriguing. His wife just tried to herself, so that's fun. Spoilers, by the way, for a book that came out. I don't know when this book came out. I'm not gonna look it up because I don't want to open this book while I'm holding the mic. But yeah, I think it's gonna take me actually a long time to read, despite the fact that the novel itself is only 160 words. Not words, 160 words, 160 pages. And I read Anderson and Bloom in like 2 sittings, but I don't know. This just, I need to chill and sit down and actually digest this book and think about it. But I am quite interested in what it is about.
But anyways, I do not know what I'm actually going to work on if I'm going to write right now. I could work on the novel, not the novel, the chapter book. They're not called novels when it's for 6 to 9-year-olds. They're chapter books. At least that's what I think a 6 to 9-year-old would say to me. They'd be like, they're not novels, they're chapter books. That's usually, little kids love to be pedantic. They love when you're like, oh, I said this, and then because you didn't say the exact words, they're like, oh, I'll do this instead. Honestly, middle grade book set in a school, not middle grade, primary book set in a school, me as a teacher, is free real estate. I'm gonna make so much money. And by money, I mean $2, which can buy me a chocolate milk at a vending machine. Probably not anymore. Inflation's real bad. I don't think I could get chocolate milk with $2. That's a pity. Anyways, I'm gonna actually start to write because I'm just rambling now. Anyways.
So I haven't filmed for writing in about a week, and that is because, I don't know if you can tell from my voice, I have been immensely sick, and Toast just scratched the carpet lovely. So I haven't filmed writing for about a week, and I don't know if you can tell from my voice if I sound a little nasally, but I have had a fever and a migraine for the last week or so I haven't been writing for the last week, so I have no clips. This video is going to be, I think, pushed back by a week because of the illness, so if you're seeing it when you're seeing it, I know it's late. The last little bit of writing that I actually did was for a meme that me and my friend were doing in class. My friend was drawing her cat as a hockey player, and obviously Heated Rivalry is really popular. So we sort of spiraled from there and made our own hockey teams that were cat-based, and we just went off from there. And so I started writing Heated Rivalry, but with cats that we knew in our lives. I have like 500 words of it because I, again, was not feeling well, so I didn't really write that much. But that's a little for fun project I have going on. I'll put her art on the screen. She did that, so that's like her cat right there. And then we came up with hockey teams that the rival and our cat will play on, and they're all fish based. So we had the Toronto Tilapias. She made a little logo, so that's the logo. And then the Ottawa Orange Roughies. Orange Roughies are like these big fish, but essentially just a logo. So that's the last little bit of writing that I have done, and it's not great, nor is it for my project, and it's not helping with the May 31st deadline that I have like 30,000 words I need to write for, and I'm just not. I have, again, procrastinating on writing. I picked up a beta reading project off of Reddit. There's like the r/beta readers, and I just sort of scroll it every once in a while. I've only ever beta read. This is now my second thing, but I really enjoy doing it, and I have a lot of fun. And I'm about halfway through beta reading that and giving my feedback and stuff like that. So I'm really enjoying it. This one is a little bit better than the last one I read. Obviously it's still drafts, so it needs work, and I'm not gonna shit on it because it's great. But the last one I read was like, oh yeah, you can tell it was a very young writer, whereas this one seems like they know language very well. But that has just been what I have been doing for the last little bit. I am still quite feverish. I feel quite feverish right now, so I don't know if I'm actually going to have a little time skip writing, but I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on because I haven't been doing much. I hope you enjoy the little In Heat Rivalry. Maybe I'll read a little bit of it. I don't know. I haven't watched Heated Rivalry, so I have no idea, or read the book. I have no idea what it's about. I just know it's gay hockey players, and one of them smokes and drinks, and the other one doesn't. So that's all. That's all I know. That's all I know. But I had fun. I had fun with it. My cat's gonna be in it too. Toast is gonna be the PR manager for the Orange Roughies.
So she's gonna have a great time. It's gonna be a little prissy cat, teen mom. I love it. Anyways, why am I caring more about this cat meme writing than actual? That's just how writing goes. It really is. That's just how it goes. Anyways, bye.
The last time we checked in with The Nature of the Beast, I think was before I actually got rid of all the flashbacks. But I am now at 74,000 words, just barely over. And I wrote about 2,600 today in one sitting because I was feeling productive. I know this is a blank page, so it's kind of boring. Maybe I should go to one with words on it so you guys can read. Anyways, there's words. So I actually planned the rest of the book in one moment of inspiration, I think like a couple days ago. So now I am on a roll when it comes to writing because I actually know what's happening and I am excited for these scenes. As you can see, my planning is not the greatest because if somebody else were to read this and be like, yes, I'm going to write the same book that Anya is going to write with these notes, I don't think anybody could. I just have fun. I have fun with my planning notes just because it just makes sense to me, and it only needs to make sense to me. But AI could never. AI could never. Look at those spelling mistakes. Look at all that. It's beautiful. Also, the scrungeons are what I called the creatures in my book. Spoiler alert, there's creatures in my book. I don't actually have a proper name for them. They're just the scrungeons because my boyfriend gave them that name. But I am actually being productive and writing. So hopefully the next week I will have this maybe not done, but close to done. And I definitely have enough words that I can finish up what I want without it being too rushed. Sorry, not rough. And I'm definitely going to kill it before my deadline if I will honestly keep up this pace. So that's exciting. I'm really excited to get that draft done. And I already have 3 beta readers lined up. One of them's my partner, another one's one of my friends. And then another one is somebody that I beta read for, so she's going to beta read for me. So it's going to be exciting. Woo! It is the same day that I last updated you. I am on writing call with Miss Jackie. Say hi. And I have hit 75,000 words, and also I've written 3,558 words today. Woo, that May 31st deadline is looking a little scared right now. She's so scared. This all needs to be edited. Like, it needs to be fixed so bad. Oh well, it's done. Haha. So I forgot to film my screen yesterday, but during class I ended up writing about 3,000 words. And then today I have written almost 2,000. But what I want to say is that I finally reached the 80,000 word goal. Woo! I think I have about 2 chapters left because I combined a few of the chapters because I realized they would be very short, like 1,000 words long, and that just doesn't suit this book. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like this draft is going to be done really soon, and it's actually a lot less words than I thought it would be, which is great. I do think I might need to expand the second act, or not the second act, the third act, but I'm not too sure. I want to get some feedback from beta readers, so hopefully I get that. But I am quite happy with the word count right now, and I think I'm going to take a break from writing, but I also am not too sure. But yay, 80K, woohoo!
She wants to kill birds so bad, but I won't let her.
I was trying to work at my desk, but Toast decided to steal my seat when I went up to go to the bathroom. What do you have to say for yourself? You're so pretty. I guess I'll move. It's Probably nice and warm because I was just sitting there. Oh, are there birds? You're gorgeous. So pretty. I guess I won't be doing what I wanted to do because I need the other computer for that. Okay. So, dining room table time. I actually started reading a little bit more of Fahrenheit 451. I really like how the writing style makes you feel insane, like how the characters starting to feel insane and disillusioned with the world and stuff like that. I got about 40 pages in, so yeah, need to read a bit more, but I haven't really been reading a lot. I have been writing, as you have seen from the numerous clips of my laptop screen. I actually did some writing today already. For The Nature of the Beast, I'm about 700 words in. I've finished chapter 19. I'm on to chapter 20. There's this chapter and then one more chapter, which is great. I'm excited to be done this draft. It's going a lot faster than I thought it would, given that I had been procrastinating on it for a while. I don't really have many other writing updates because I have been sharing them with you as I have been writing. I did go through and edit a little bit, which I know I shouldn't have because I haven't finished writing the whole draft. So I'm just going to have to go and do the same thing over and over for the last chapters. But what I mainly did was I looked for word frequency, and I had used the word down about I want to say 300 times in the draft. And I was like, that's way too many times for the word down. And I just went through and I was like, half of these don't need to be here, more than half of them. So I got rid of about, I want to say 300 words and did a little bit of editing and cleaned it up a little bit. A lot of my sentences, I'm realizing, are a bit wordy, where they can be more concise. Or there's a lot of he reached over when I could just say he grabbed the door instead of he reached over and grabbed the door. So just a lot of that. I think the next word I'm going to look for after I finish the draft is reach, because that's one that I do a lot. I don't know why, but reach, definitely. I also, at least in the beginning chapters, I used the characters' names way too frequently when I could have used she and he instead. So I might go through and just highlight their names and just cut it out a little bit. I don't know why. I just, especially one of the characters' name is Cole, and every time I'm have to write the whole word Cole instead of he. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know, but that's something I need to work on in the edits. So yeah, I am excited to be done this draft. I have a lot of mojo going towards it, so that's great. And school's ending soon. I'm going to be starting my makeup placement in May, which will be nice. And then I have the summer off, which is fantastic. So hopefully that goes smoothly. Anyways, let's get writing. So this is where I'm going to leave off this week's vlog. This was actually written yesterday, but I reached 85k words. So I think from the start of this vlog, I've written about 15,000 words, which is just crazy, to be honest. But I did want to talk about the artwork that my friend did for this. It's going to be up on the screen right now while I'm talking about it. But if you want to go see more of her beautiful art, go check out Miss Bad at Naming Things on Tumblr, so you can just see her beautiful paintings and stuff like that. But she drew some lovely stuff for my book, which is great. But if you enjoyed this vlog and you want to hear more about my writing journey, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. That was awkward, but anyways, I hope you have a great day. Bye.